Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Turfway Park here on Wednesday. It is the 30th of November 2022. Gonna look at the sixth race from Turfway, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the sixth race from Turfway here on opening night. It's a maiden special weight per $70,000 race for maidens, 3-year-olds and upwards. An oversubscribed field of 14 horses were entered, but only 12 could go. The distance of ground here of 2,000 meters, or the distance of ground of 1.25 miles on the all-weather Tapeta surface. 2,000 meters, 1.25 miles here. And I think this is like the fifth year in a row now that on opening night the feature is always a 1.25 mile race for maidens. It's always a good race. The last few years they've been carding it as race number 1. This year they carded it as race number 6 as a feature, which I think is really cool. And last year they carded so many 1.25 mile races during the meeting. Hopefully this year they keep the keep those races going, because I loved handicapping them. And if you see cards like this all winter long at Turfway, expect a lot more Turfway from me. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 2-horse Timo. I'm going to go 2-12-1-9 in the superfecta. 2-12-1-9 super. Top selection, 2-horse Timo. 3-year-old gelding by Temple City. Jonathan Thomas trains. Chris Landeros gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 22nd of October at Keeneland. A mile and eighth in the main special weight for $100,000. And he finished 4th by 2 lengths that day. You know, he sat back early. He doesn't have a lot of forwardly pace, but he sat back early, a little bit wide, a little bit tight in the lane, which probably cost him a better position. I don't think he would have won, but he cost him definitely a second place finish. You know, he got stopped. He was closing up well, needed something late. You know, I thought it was an okay effort. Coming here to the poly track or to the Tapeta today should get a good trip. I think he's sitting on a good run to get to the winner's circle. 6 September, Colonial, 1.25 miles on the outer turf course in main special weight. He finished second by 6.5 lengths. And again, from the inside, he sat back early, saved some ground, tipped out late. You know, he closed up well. Not a bad race, but the winner remote really freaked that day. And then before that, 19th of August at Monmouth, the mile 16th in main special weight, he finished 5th by 3.5 lengths that day. He was with the pace setters, but tired off of a fast pace. It just wasn't his day to win. I do think he comes a little bit better from the back of the pack. And then debut going a mile 3/8 on the inner turf course, Saratoga, on opening day in a main special weight. He finished 5th by 5.5 lengths. Going a mile 3/8 on debut is very hard. Going a mile on debut is very hard, but he did that on debut. He didn't break so well, and he just couldn't keep up there. You need the race for experience. He's training down well at Palm Meadows and at Keeneland. I'll give him a shot here at 6-1. The 12-horse Manjid, wouldn't surprise me if he gets a good trip for Vincent Chiminade. Most recently on that 22nd of October race at Keeneland over the mile and eighth, he finished second by 1/2 lengths that day. And, you know, he sat back early and on the inside. He really closed up well late. Back to turf, I thought he ran decently. Getting the extra 1/4 mile or 1/8 mile from the last race just suit him well. Gonna have to save some ground, but I think he'd get a good trip. His only subpar race was on the dirt where he just wasn't handling it. But, you know, watch out for him at 4-1. And also watch out for the 1-horse Blue Devil. He's going to a 1.25 mile trip, which I think you should absolutely like. The race at Ellis 2-back wasn't bad at all. I'm going to give him a shot here in that late pick 4. This is the second leg of it. But to recap my selection for the 6 from Turfway here on opening night, let's take the 2-horse Timo. We'll give kudos to the 12-horse Manjid and the 1-horse Blue Devil. 2-12-1-9 super, 2-12-1 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.